7. They could have set the break, and now he's snapped, and now he's in jail.
Wait, there are more bodies. He also did the 10 Commandments. Right. 10 coming soon.
Right. I would have gone with 8, but
8 is the sequel to 7. That's good. That's good. I like that.
I probably wish I preferred it to be like 14 or something.
I thought 10 was pretty good. Biblical.
There's no connection whatsoever.
No, I was
just thinking of what letter you were going to replace with one of the letters with, so that when you type it in, you can never find it because you have to use the 7 for the V.
Right? Yeah, who thought that was a good idea?
You know what we should do is never spell this with a V.
The number 7 kind of looks like a V.
Think about it.
If it's flipped and
rotated
90 degrees
on its
axis.
Welcome to our Film Fathers podcast, the definitive podcast about fatherhood, film, and fatherhood in film. This is Jelani, and with me as always are a guy who does pretty stupid things during flu season, and a guy who's freezing his royal Rastafarian nenes off. Martin and Brady.
I don't think I want to know a 6-year-old who isn't a dreamer or a silly heart, and I sure don't want to know one who takes their student career seriously. I don't have a college degree. I don't even have a job, but I know a good kid when I see one, because they're all good kids. Until dried-out, brain-dead skags like you drag them down and convince them they're no good. You so much as scowl at my niece or any other kid in this school, and I hear about it, and I'm coming looking for you. Take this quarter, go downtown, and have a rat gnaw that thing off your face. Good day to you, madame.
Our Father, who art in Calgary, bobsled be thy name. Thy kingdom come, gold medals won, on earth as it is in turn 7. With liberty and justice for Jamaica, and Haile Selassie. Amen.
This week, in the spirit of the Winter Olympics, we're celebrating the late, great John Candy by focusing on 2 films that showcase exactly why he remains so beloved. In Uncle Buck, Candy gives us the ultimate lovable screw-up, a big kid with a big heart who stumbles into responsibility and somehow makes chaos feel comforting. Then there's Cool Runnings, where Candy shifts gears into something warmer and more reflective. As a reluctant coach of the Jamaican bobsled team, he brings humor, but also vulnerability and redemption. It's a performance that reminds you how much depth he had beneath the laughs. Whether it's Candy's timing, physical comedy, sweetness, or sincerity, why do these performances still resonate decades later?
Well, would you just give me Aw. I'm like, we should have done that as the quote.
It's so good.
Do you love both these movies, Brady?
So I've loved Uncle Buck for quite some time. And I remember really, loving Cool Runnings, but it has been, 20 years plus probably since I've seen Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
And I watched it with my kids. I was like, hey, I should say Roman. Mila saw part of it, but she was kind of in and out of the room. And Roman, unsurprisingly, kind of locked in and was like, oh, a sport? I'm in. And it was really good to revisit Cool Runnings and it's nowhere near as good as Uncle Buck for me because Uncle Buck holds a spot near and dear for me. But they're great. There wasn't much not to like.
Yeah, we watched Uncle Buck with the kids.
I didn't. And Mary's like, I hope you didn't let them watch Uncle Buck.
There were a couple parts where Jen's like, because when I told her we were going to watch it, she's like, is that appropriate for the kids? I'm like, it's Uncle Buck. It can't be not appropriate.
He watches kids.
Right. It's John Candy and Macaulay Culkin. Like, what's not kid-friendly about it?
Matt can handle it.
So there was a part where we did fast forward towards the end.
Was it
Sexy Time?
Sexy Time. Yeah. That's the only part that I could think of specifically when she said it tonight that I was like, nothing else to me jumped out.
Yeah, that was the one we just jumped over and ended up when he found her walking. But funny enough, my nieces had a hockey tournament this past weekend out here in Darien. And so I crashed Martin's house, and we ended up watching Cool Runnings.
I watched Cool Runnings with Johnny's kids.
Yeah, Martin watched it with my boys.
Great.
Yeah, because we were texting about it, and then the boys were down here playing video games, so I came down and check on him, and then I get back upstairs. I was like, "Hey, Martin, do you want to?" And he's just already got Cool
I'd already
Runnings
had it
going. I'm like, "Well, we're in now."
Nice. Well done.
Yeah. So, yeah, Cool Runnings is good to get back to, and same with Uncle Buck because I hadn't remembered all of it in a long time. So,
Yeah, I didn't really. I've only seen Cool Runnings once, and this time I don't know. I also just didn't. I don't love it. It's not a great movie. Uncle Buck, I only feel like I've seen once, but I've seen parts of it here and there. I loved watching it this time.
It's
It was
so good.
It's so much better older. Like I remember when I first watched it, I'm like, I don't think I liked it.
Depending
at
on
all.
how old you were, sure.
Yeah,
I watched
I was,
it.
like,
We
too
watched it
young.
a lot in college. It was like
Yeah.
it was in the
the bargain bin.
the hopper.
Yeah, but now I thought Macaulay Culkin was just
Oh,
hilarious.
he's great.
Andy was great. There were definitely it's not a perfect movie by any means, but it's a really good John Hughes movie. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's that's why higher up. I liked it way more than I thought. I laughed out loud more times than I thought. I remember you saying that scene. How about a ritualistic killing?
It's so funny. Like you mentioned Macaulay Culkin, who obviously is known for other movies, but
Yeah.
this has always been one of those that is like, dude, don't sleep on him in
He's so
this.
funny
Like the
in it.
the back and forth questioning of Uncle Buck when they meet.
If we had just done that movie, I would have done that for the.
I
me
thought
and you
about
back and forth.
including it for the same reason.
You're my dad's uncle. You're my dad's brother. I'm your brother. Your dad's brother, all right.
He's perfect. Gabby Hoffman's doesn't have to do much, but she's kind of great, and obviously, everyone knows her
Facial expressions.
for sure, right? So I'm not kidding. I never, until today, knew that the oldest daughter, was
Still don't know who she is.
Jean Louise Kelly.
Jean Louisa Kelly.
In what?
Most recently, so I know her from Yes, Dear.
You're right.
She's also in Top Gun Maverick. She's Ice's wife. And I was like, I did not realize that was her.
Oh, okay.
I never.
Isn't she also in Mr. Holland's Opus?
She is.
Yeah.
And Uncle Buck was her first movie.
Okay.
She's she's famously scowling.
Oh my God, yeah.
Right?
It's like almost too much in the beginning when she just does the look the entire movie.
Yes.
And it almost doesn't even soften at the end when she sees her mom. It's kind of softens, but it's definitely not a smile.
No, but it's obviously what they were going for.
Yeah.
And she plays it well. Again,
She does.
surprisingly, it was her first movie. I was like, oh, well, that's kind of even more impressive. But yeah, I never, for whatever reason, never put two and two together that that was her. And I feel like that's the great redemption arc, right? Like I said, I think that was in my notes. The oldest daughter sucks. Tia's terrible. And I mean, that's obviously the point, which makes that redemption all the more better. And you see, with him and then vis-a-vis
the mom.
her mom,
Yeah.
which, by the way, worst mom, maybe top 5 worst moms ever.
Both those parents were terrible.
I mean, I was trying to think under what situation you wouldn't take your kids to go see your sick dad. It wasn't even like you were like, oh, I got to deal with a funeral and all this stuff.
Yeah.
He's just sick. And then you miss his birthday. You miss your kid's birthday. You're in a state away.
You're in Indianapolis. That's 4 hours from Chicago. It's not that far.
It doesn't jive to me that they would leave Indianapolis for Chicago, which is a more expensive city.
Well, at least you
Better
job
job.
you could
Better
get
job, okay,
would be,
all right.
but the disappearing for what appears to be weeks,
A week, 2 weeks.
and you are when the birthday party was the last straw for me. It's like, okay, what are we doing here? He's going to parent teacher conferences.
Yeah.
I'll let that slide. You need someone to go. It's still in a couple of days. The birthday party was a deal breaker. The mom's
Those
the
giant
worst.
pancakes, though.
Couldn't even fit the toast through the door.
Macaulay's facial expressions too.
Dude, those pancakes
both
look
of them,
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a lot of
who
pancakes.
ate all
So
that
the
pancakes?
what turns that separates the boys from the men. It's got the steel shovel.
Yeah. I told the kids, I'm like, what is he making? And they're like, I don't know. And then I'm like,
I don't know.
They had no idea, and then they saw it. They flipped. It's a pancake.
Who's got a griddle that big?
It's just a steel thing he had over the
In
flame.
the 80s?
He just had a piece of metal over.
Sheet metal? Fell off the back of a truck.
He put onions in the eggs. I remember that line for some
It
reason.
shouldn't be as funny as it is.
Yeah,
He's cooking our trash.
It's Macaulay's eyes when he says, put onions in the eggs. Oh, it's so good.
Or Gabby Hoffman when she's brushing her hair, she's like, "No, they didn't," and then she finally says, "Fine, they didn't," and then she believes her. They did, and then she just messes up her hair just to fuck with her. It's so good.
It's just, I don't know if I just have too much, I'm too close to it that I can't unappreciate. It's awesome.
Well, I think fine if we're getting into like the flaws. I think Jay
Oh,
Underwood,
no.
the Bug, could have been better cast as somebody a little bit more dangerous looking. Like I think that kid.
Yeah,
it's
he's
just
got an
because
effeminate look.
What do you guys know him from?
I was thinking about that when I saw him because I definitely
There's two
do
movies.
know him from.
I
Is
saw
it a similar type role that he's like a douchey boyfriend?
No, he was always like the goody two shoot from what
Yeah.
I understand. So the two movies that I've
I know one of them's going to be one.
Not Quite Human.
Not Quite Human with
Yeah.
Alan Thicke.
and Robin Lively.
Yeah, that's right. That's her name. So where he plays the robot.
Plays an android and goes to school with his sister.
It's
Alan
basically
Thicke's
like
the
Small
dad.
Wonder, except it's a movie.
Maybe.
And then the other one is The Boy Who Could Fly.
The Boy Who Could
He's
Fly.
like- he's,
Yeah.
You know, I think he's mute the whole movie.
Yeah.
He just
No,
says
that's
girl's
the
name
one.
at the end. So he's not the bad boy. To me, he's the robot or the kid in the attic. So he's not the bad boy. Just doesn't play like I was thinking more like
Yeah, where's
Judd
Charlie
Nelson.
Sheen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. Charlie Sheen or Judd Nelson would have been way.
I'm thinking
more
Charlie
appropriate.
Sheen, Ferris Bueller's Day Off vibe, right?
Yeah, right,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I followed
In the
you.
police
I
station.
followed what you were saying.
Yeah, no, that's a fair
So,
assessment.
but whatever, you know the movie, and it's like it just would have if it would have made for, I don't know, maybe again if he seemed a little more dangerous, Buck's the way that he treats
Protection.
him would have been a
Yeah.
little bit more. And it's like they definitely assaulted and kidnapped him. I forgot about that at the end. I was like, this probably wouldn't fly
in the
these
trunk.
days.
in the trunk. Then he target practiced with the golf
Yeah,
balls.
yeah.
The girls were like, "That's gotta hurt." I'm like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
it does."
yeah.
Get hit with a golf ball.
I mean, that's as good an aim as you're going to get with a golf ball. I'll tell you that right now.
That's a world
You
class
should go
shot.
on, you should go
with
on,
a 3-wood.
on the tour, on the pro tour, if they're
Yeah,
lucky.
you guys trying to make money. You should be bowling and golfing.
Is that a Titleist?
I
And then the mom. Yeah, I agree. The mom and the parents could have been better cast.
So Rick Moranis was I don't know if it was turned down the role for the dad, which would have been a small role, obviously, but
But it's still well played.
him and John Candy as brothers, though?
Twins,
I don't know.
little twins action.
Yeah,
yeah.
right.
I mean, the dad didn't look like John Candy either.
No, but at least they were.
He was taller.
Rick Moranis is like tiny,
Yeah.
So I don't know if that would have worked, but yeah. But despite all that, it works.
It's a good. That's why they weren't in the movie. The mom and dad are mostly
Yeah.
not a part of the
yeah,
film.
yeah. And I think it probably it's 61% Rotten Tomatoes.
That's fucking
It's
disappointing.
a little low, but it's probably right just because I don't know that this movie had its audience in '89. Like I don't know that adults in '89 would have really
Yeah.
flocked to see it, and it's not really a kids movie. Like
Adults
you
in
guys
the
were
80s
saying.
probably
Yeah.
liked the parents.
Right. So like I just don't know. You have Breakfast Club, 16 Candles. You have definitely going for like it's teenagers wanting to see that movie. I don't know that teenagers want to go see a movie called Uncle Buck.
Right.
And then you don't have parents that really want to see it, so that's probably why it kind of flopped. Is
Because it doesn't
my
play
impression.
to anybody in
But now
particular.
for us that we watched as kids and as an adult, I'm like I could relate to this a little
You
bit
know,
more.
but I want to say, I feel like I saw it did the best. At the time, it was the best
Really?
performing
Oh, I
Hughes
thought it
movie.
flopped.
I thought you were
Here
going to say
I
it's
am
the best
just saying.
performing Uncle Buck.
Charlie's going to be mad if I don't mention because we've talked about Hughes recently, and he said Dutch is a
Ed
John
O'Neill?
Hughes. Yeah, with Ed O'Neill.
I don't think I knew that was John Hughes.
It's written by,
Okay.
not directed. And it has 17% Rotten Tomatoes, so that's really, really low.
Really?
But he says it's just one of those. I think it's one of his movies that he watched as a kid that is slept on nowadays,
yeah.
but has some nostalgia factor to it.
This is the highest grossing film outside of the Home Alone franchise to feature Macaulay Culkin. Sorry. There's a different caveat there.
Better than the good
so
son?
it's a pretty right.
My girl?
Or my girl, yeah.
With, yeah. Go ahead, Jelani.
Chomsky.
Who's got the fun
One of
fact?
the-
I didn't notice her.
I didn't see her either, but I saw her in the credits.
I've seen her in the past, so I'm aware.
Yeah, she was.
You
credited.
almost have to know to look. She's just a girl in the background.
But yeah, I kind of wrote that down. Like, this is before Home Alone, so this is Macaulay Culkin and John Candy before
Yeah.
them being in Home Alone, and then Gabby and Amy Madigan,
Same year.
same year.
Field of Dreams.
Field of Dreams.
Yeah.
I just watched a video of people watching Field of Dreams for the first time and reacting to it and just crying at the end and be like, oh my God, this is the best movie ever.
I almost got emotional when Tia and Mom were
Yeah.
hugging at the end.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I've
that's-
seen it a lot, but it's like so I know it was coming.
It's
But
different when you're a parent. When you're
always,
older.
man. This is for you kids that are listening. Our target audience. They are keep that in mind when you get older.
This is a fatherhood podcast.
Yes,
Some days.
always has been.
We've never strayed from it. but yeah, I mean, it absolutely is one of those things where, yeah, the mom was expecting the daughter to have the scowl and just be a complete
course.
asshole to her.
You could say bitch.
And then, and then when she's not and says "I love you," it's like, oh, that's all you want to hear. That's all parents want.
Things are going to be different now. You're not going to bail on your whole family?
When he goes to the party, they turn the heat off and everybody just kept their coats on? Because everybody had their overcoats on through that whole
I mean, the
entire
doors
house.
were open. And
Yeah, it's an open air party in the winter. You know,
Can a car actually backfire like that? Is that possible?
repeat every single time.
Yeah. Like, what is that? I've never actually
Oil.
seen.
I was told.
But burning oil, I get, and the smoke. I mean, that was a lot of smoke. But like,
A lot of smoke.
It's
Probably overdone.
overdone. But I mean, that does happen, right? Cars make.
Oh,
like,
I
old
think
cars
the
does do
older
that.
ones. I don't know what changed over the years.
Catalytic
but
converters. I don't know.
it's
Something.
funny.
That
I almost
sounds
said that. I have
right.
zero clue. I don't think my electric car is going to do it. But
He also needed some new springs or shocks on those back.
oh, there's a ton of bounce.
Because he just kept bouncing.
Things borderline got hydraulics in it.
Oh, yeah, but just driving around. And then when he went to the
My
parent-teacher conference, it just pulled up,
nose to door.
just walked in.
I what I like about the backfire is that like there's a couple times he's like walking into the house and he's like he just like
Yeah,
he
calls
does
it.
yep he
He
knows
knows when
exactly
it's
what's gonna be. But there's like 2 or 3 of those and it just makes me laugh because clearly they wanted to do it and they decided to just own it.
Did you guys notice when Amy Madigan comes to check on the kids
Yeah.
and he's looking through the
Yeah.
flap?
Slot.
That there was one time he flips up the flap and
Yeah.
there's 3
There's 3
guys.
dudes?
Yeah. Is this kind of like a Home Alone precursor?
Yeah, do we know what that's
Well,
all
they're
about?
He
from?
was. My impression is that like it was his imagination
Yeah.
that he was like imagining.
3 scary dudes
3
just
scary
staring,
dudes.
staring at him.
Yeah. Her. One of them was Marv, and the other one was Harry. That was my impression.
It was just weird. I was just
Yeah.
like, I don't.
That
Remember
was
that.
one of the parts that I laughed out loud at too. When she's like, okay, I'll get. He asks for ID first of all, but then when he goes, can you take it out of there? Because we used to get that all the time. Can you take it out of the plastic there? And then she's like, take it out. Oh, it was great. Amy Madigan, Academy Award nominee.
Yeah. Miles sees 3 men through the mail slot as a representation of his overactive imagination and fear.
It's
Also widely cited as a creative Easter egg or inspiration for the suspenseful Home Alone nature of John Hughes'
Hughes.
next film, Home Alone.
Yeah. See everything I said. I didn't even read that. I just assumed.
Just made it up on the spot.
Yeah. I swear I didn't.
It is funny. I never did
I never noticed that.
really
before.
know the answer as to why, but
I also like the fact that when they were sitting there and he's sitting there waiting for her, they're in like the vestibule.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a door and then there's another door. Because then when mom comes home, she opens that second door and me and the kids were like, when was there another door?
There's a front door.
There's a
and
front door and then there's like a door that goes
second-
into the house.
okay.
Oh, I didn't notice. that.
Yeah, I didn't either. But
Yeah,
you
he's
go
just
back and
posted
look
up
at
on a little stool,
You're right. Just
snacking and waiting.
snacking with his slice. his green slice.
Slice. That's great. Gotta love the old the callbacks in some of the movies you discover.
Yeah. It was great.
I'm glad we did it.
Yeah. I just think Candy's just one of those actors where he didn't even need to do like the slapstick stuff, like the bowling ball falling on his head and that stuff. Like that didn't move the needle for me, but more so just like him being him and being like when he goes to the bathroom in the school and he's like walking around with the cigar and I'm like, don't put it on the trash. Don't just throw it in the trash. He's like, all right, let me water it down and then throw it in there. And then he's like, I gotta go, and
All
he
the
looks.
stalls are full.
They're full, and he's like, all right, how am I gonna do this? Like, how do
Those
I?
are comically small urinals, right?
Oh,
no
yeah.
school has them that small.
Although,
you see some
I've
grade
gone to
schools
the
with smaller
elementary
ones.
schools where
lower.
they're
but
low.
not that tiny.
back then though, they didn't have
Maybe.
the floor ones back then.
Yeah, maybe.
The 80s,
Yeah, it was still a trough.
early Billy Madison vibes.
Yeah. I was going to try to watch some of that documentary, that I Like Me.
Yeah,
Did you guys
I
watch any of it?
I
We
didn't.
get
I
to
really
it.
want. I do
Yeah,
want to
that's a
watch
miss
it.
on our part,
I
guys.
need to watch it.
We need to be better podcasters. We need to step up our game.
I said that was extra credit for us, and
Yeah.
we all
we all failed.
did not
Failed
chase
at the
extra credit.
Yeah. That's okay.
Just let me get the test done.
Anyone who knew me in college knows I wasn't chasing
Just
extra
let
credit.
me get by.
Martin, you were there.
It's like Tommy Boy. I lost my virginity to your sister.
Yep, that was the joke. It was kind of an unstated
Sorry.
thing.
Didn't know you were going straight. for
Martin
it.
loves to spell them out. Make sure everybody's following along at home. Martin will tell you the joke. His comedy's better when you explain it. So, with Cool Runnings, you said this was a revisit from
Cool Runnings, man.
20 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's been.
Yeah,
but it was a
probably
big
like
deal.
95,
Yeah,
30
yeah.
years ago for me.
Talking about a similar thing, like I said when this came out, this was Disney's highest grossing movie.
That's wild to me.
It is.
Yeah.
Disney was not. They didn't do great until after Beauty and the Beast and like Little Mermaid. That was like the
Well, on the animation front.
Renaissance.
on the animation of exactly of like the for animation stuff. But I imagine even their. I mean, when did Mighty Ducks come out? After this too, right? They kind of started doing more.
I feel
of
like Mighty
sports
Ducks
ones.
was 94.
92.
Oh, 92.
So it was 1 year
before
before. So that might have been when they were kind of feeling. I mean, this one clearly did better, but they were feeling that like non-animation, and people were getting into like the movies with a little heart and.
Yeah,
you know.
I mean, it's hard for me to not, talk about the '90s in such a great because it really was the golden era for a lot of stuff. I mean, that's when Disney movies got good, all movies got good, all music was good, and people go back to it now in a lot of different ways. For movies and for music. So I don't know. We kind of grew up in a good time.
Yeah. This one was just, it was funny because, again, like, the story of the Jamaican bobsled team was such a novelty at the time. But when we were watching it, I looked it up, and they've been back to the Olympics as recently as 2022.
Yeah.
Like, the team kept going,
Yeah.
and they kept trying to make the Olympics. And so, like, I kind of enjoyed that because it wasn't just like hey, let's capitalize on this one-off thing and make, fun, essentially, of these guys who tried to do something spectacular. But it was actually like kind of like a movement that the Jamaican teams wanted to branch out and do something different. Do you guys know if there are certain events in the Olympics, whether summer or winter, where it's like there's like a lower barrier of entry? Because isn't there some like where it's like, oh, there's only like 5 people that go, and then, or like you don't have to have as much qualifying. Like in this one, right? They qualified during the trials.
Right. I don't know.
Because
I always feel like you always hear stories of like outsiders who are like didn't really have a shot at doing this and then just somehow made it.
Well, and there's we've been having some of this conversation watching the Olympics. It feels to me, and other people have said this before, so I'm not creating this concept, but
You can claim it, though.
the skeleton, the bobsled, the luge, like it's hard to believe that there's like that's more of a skill sport. It's like you're just gonna go and go fastest, right? And don't wreck, as opposed to like skiing and like you're hitting the moguls and jumps, and you have to do like a lot more technicality to it.
Yeah.
It's like
Have you seen that SNL skit with Jane Wickline? I think that's her name.
Yeah,
Jane
it is.
Wickline.
Wickline. It's
She one of the newbies?
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
on a newbie. She's a TikToker, but now she's on
I think I
on
know what you're talking
SNL.
about.
But it's she's doing the skeleton or the luge, and she's
like,
like,
"I don't
I'm
like-"
terrified every time because everyone else is like, I can't wait to represent my country, and she's like, I'm not talented at all. I just have the proper weight distribution.
And it really that's a lot of it, right? And it's like they go super fast. You have to be fearless.
Yeah.
And the bobsled has obviously
Yeah.
clearly some like speed elements on the front end, but like after that you're just in it and you're going. Try to steer it a little bit better than the other.
Your
There's
boy Colin Jost, did you see?
I
his
did
video?
see he
Yeah,
went
him
down
saying
it.
he's like it's terrifying, and like I get that, but that was my question to Jelani when we were watching. I'm like, how many seconds do you think I would take away if I was just one of the middle guys? I'm not the driver, I'm not the brakes, or
Yeah.
I'm not like in the back. If I get in there
You're supposed to be strength, I think, at that point.
and I'm
Yeah.
and I'm weight and turning, and I know the turns.
Yep.
I do that generally right. Like, am I losing 2 seconds to that team? Am I losing 20 seconds?
My guess is
how
you're too
bad?
tall, but
Maybe, yeah. I'm like, I can't be a horse jockey.
yeah, I think it's
Well,
probably.
Jost. How tall is Jost?
I can look that up for you too.
Because
No, but
but
you have to be small.
Kelsey
But
did it too.
I thought weight would be a good thing,
yeah, I think you could be tall. I don't think.
but I'm also big.
Yeah, I don't. But I don't think you
But I don't
like
know-
if
I
you
don't
were
know if
like
it-
6. If you were
there has to
Jason's
be-
height, you'd be a
Yeah,
problem.
right. There has to be a perfect. I think what you're saying is there has to be a perfect size, right? You want every
There's
person
an
to
ideal
be
size.
ideal. Yes.
It's no
5'10", Colin Jost.
Yeah, he's smaller. He's my brother's size.
Okay, I figured he was taller than that.
No, just
Scar-
I don't mean to break news, but Tom Cruise is also not that big.
No, I know that.
Most everybody in Hollywood, I think you'd be surprised.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I know.
Is
People
So
are
it's
outside
like,
of, like,
it's like every time I see Colin sit behind a desk, he looks so tall.
I just figured,
Outside of Vince
Scarlett would
Vaughn.
go for somebody a little bit taller than 5'10". But
yeah.
did you guys hear about the guy though that was part of the?
She's only
four-man-
5'3".
The guy that was part of the
Perfect.
4-man run and he
Ideal.
missed it. The 3 guys didn't get in, and he was the only one in the sled.
And in a bobsled, and so what happened?
So they went down, and
He died.
he did. Unfortunately, that was everybody's fear though, because
What'd you say?
He said
he did not.
Okay.
Didn't.
he did not.
I'm like,
Judith. But
Oh,
no,
is that from? No, I'm just kidding.
but yeah, everybody was afraid because the guy in the back, the 4th person, is the brakeman, right? And they're the one that slows it down. And they were like, he can't slow it down. He's just got to let it run out. But they were like,
Just
yeah,
gotta let the bolt get loose,
Get
and then
loose.
you flip over, and
And
then you
yet-
slow down.
He didn't die.
he did not die.
He ended up just fine.
He was all right.
So the end, we can jump to it because I don't want to forget to mention it, but that's early stages of like the Disney vibes, right? Like it was kind of neat that they didn't win.
Right.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't like, oh, this rags to riches, they go on and win the gold medal.
It's Rocky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't win.
Yeah.
But they had this moment that was galvanizing and celebrated by all, and that allowed them to essentially be winners without winning.
And yeah, it's talked about, right? He says you'll know once you cross the finish line. That's why he wanted to. He
Yeah.
finished the race
And can you
didn't win.
live your life without
without it.
the medal, right? And well tied in, and just there's a lot of good. I
Brady
thought.
can't. Brady has to win.
No, I've accepted. I don't love it, but I have accepted
love
that
losing.
losing is.
That's why I tell you guys got to watch Shoresy, the hockey show on Hulu.
Do I?
You really do. As sports fans, I really think you guys will enjoy it. That's the thing. It's like it's like they don't need to win. It's like no, but they don't hate to lose. And that's like I don't know. There's a lot of things I think you'd appreciate about it. On top of it being really funny.
I thought it was very interesting how Disney handled the slight tint of racism. They just sprinkled a little bit of it in there by saying like the Jamaicans aren't supposed to be here, and they had everybody like looking down on them and things like that. And they're
You're
just
not
like,
supposed to be here.
it was like, yeah, Disney didn't really address that. They had Candy do it.
I didn't
Candy
know
was the
4
one-
black men could make you blush.
yeah. But then I was like, oh, well, they got, a little bit better when they got to Remember the Titans. But,
Yeah, Candy Crush and Red Stripes down in the
down in Jamaica,
at the bar, listening to the horse race.
betting on his horses.
Feels like it element of Uncle Buck. You know, he knows the track. Get the track life.
Got
in.
his fixer coming down next Friday.
Go back to that. That was a really good scene when he puts him in the car and he's about to go and he's like, whatever, and then just sits there and looks at those kids and they're just, again, facial expressions. They don't say a word, but they just look super cute with their bundled up. And he's like,
well,
you just see it in his face.
He's
like,
saying
what the hell
out
am
loud
I doing
that
this?
Tia's doesn't know what she's doing with her life,
Right.
and it's like it's all pertinent to him recognizing that he's that element, and
Yep.
and I think well explained right later when it is visibly darker out, and he's talking to Shanice,
Chinese. You're right.
and is like, I did.
Kowalski.
She's like, oh, I already
Good
talked to
Polish girl.
Raj. I know. And he's like, I did it. I put him in the car.
Yeah.
I was ready, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, he's lovable.
He was gonna make his whole year. I'm
whole
like, wow,
year.
well, how much were you gonna bet?
Well, you're in on a
sure.
horse rigging racket. Yeah. So, Jelani, this note, I think it's right. I saw a couple different references to it. Disney's envisioned cast:
Not Dougie Doug.
Denzel Washington, Eddie Murphy as Sanka,
I mean,
both of whom balked at the price that Disney wanted to pay them. Denzel was Derice.
Yeah.
Wesley Snipes as Yule,
oh my god, I want to see this movie.
and Marlon Wayans as Junior.
What would that?
How would
movie
Marlon
have been
Wayans
like?
have been there? How would he have gotten the call out of those three?
So they would all have to do the patois accent.
And Tupac reportedly auditioned for the movie.
That's crazy.
It's funny you mentioned the accent. I did see a note too that
I was going to make you do it, but
the,
probably not.
they were adamant.
Go ahead, Chet.
Like the
Jet Hanks.
the Disney producers
Yeah.
were. They threatened to fire They said no one will be able to understand these guys' accent in Middle America because people didn't really know.
Everyone loves the Jamaican accent.
And
There's that racism
Yeah,
sprinkling
just
again.
sprinkle it.
and they threatened to fire the director if it wasn't more like over the top, and so the note that I read, or the report I read from the director, was he called all the actors and said, like, guys, I need you. I am getting fired unless you change the accent how they want it. Like, you need to sound like Sebastian the Crab, and that's what we need.
Terrible. But they got
John
the movie.
Turtletop said that?
Turtletop.
Turtle Top.
Hey,
How do we know him?
he's a Disney guy. National Treasure, Sorcerer's Apprentice, National Treasure 2, I believe.
Disney through and through.
through and through. And then one of the executive producers of this film was Christopher Mandalari, who is like the executive producer for all of the Illumination. So the Minions, Gru, Sing, all of those movies.
Illumination.
Yeah. Super Mario.
Somebody's been watching Minions and Despicable Me.
It wouldn't be. It would be Sing, probably.
expecting Despicable Me to be as huge as it was when it came out.
I don't know if I've seen that.
No, that's
The first one?
The Minions.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Oh.
I really haven't seen.
Oh, you haven't seen any of them? Your kids don't watch them?
No,
Oh,
Oh, yeah. That's big. We've gone through all of them.
I bet. Yeah.
they may have seen a couple, but I don't think I have. I've seen parts at best, but
Third one's got an 80s soundtrack.
And isn't there a new one coming out or something?
There's another Minions
sure.
movie.
Yeah.
Minions
Up
and
and out.
Monsters, I
Yeah.
think.
it's like Carell can do whatever he wants at this point. Dude, and Hans Zimmer
He did the score?
saw it in the very beginning. It was my first note. I was like, why am I surprised anymore? Were there other people? Or
Back
did he
then?
just do them all? Every
mean,
movie that came out, he's like,
You
give
only
me a
have
minute.
one name in the Rolodex.
It was, right?
and
like,
it's in Z.
But he's
you
still.
just go to the back of the decks. You're like, Williams? He's not doing it.
That was
Zimmer?
early.
All right.
And it was early. He just kept going.
Yeah. He's got a niche.
I bet he's got a nice house.
he's going to get star on the Walk of Fame soon.
Not as good as Turtle Tops.
Oh
but
my
it's,
God, I would hope he has one already.
And then did you recognize Irv's coach? The guy who took
You know, I
over?
did recognize him, but I didn't look him up.
Raymond J. Barry. Justified. It's Raylan Givens' dad.
Oh yeah.
Whoa!
Yeah, that's right.
I wouldn't have pulled that.
Yeah,
That's
We've seen him in other things too.
we
but
have, but that's where
That's
I would,
what most recently, yeah, for sure.
that's where I know him mostly from.
Uh-huh.
But yeah,
no, bro.
He was the
Hans Zimmer had his Hollywood
US
star in 2010.
the U.S. team, and what was the other team? Was it the Swiss team that was mean to them in the bar?
No.
Or- no, it was
Those
The
were
Germans?
those were the,
Was it
the Germans.
the
Oh,
Germans, the East
The
Germans,
Swiss team were who they
Einstein
emulated,
train.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, right.
but the Germans smoking cigs. at
That
the
was not
end.
a good villain.
But in the 80s, the German, you just had to be German to be a villain.
No, that was the other thing I had to explain
East-
to the boys. The East Germany. Like, Brooke was like, "Is that before the Berlin Wall went down?" I'm like, "Yep."
Yeah, you knew it. That was a good call.
So, but yeah, it was just funny. I didn't rewatch it with the girls. I thought about watching it the other night, but it was too late.
Like we went Sunday night. We went out after we had 2 basketball games and then straight to a baseball scrimmage at the Dome in Rosemont. And afterwards, we went to grab some food and we were walking into the place and Mila was like, "Oh, there's bobsled on TV." And Mary like looks at me. I was like, they're retaining stuff from Cool Runnings, man.
Yeah.
And there's a Motorola flag, or not Motorola. There's a flag in front of a building out by the Motorola campus near me.
Yeah.
It's like a hotel or something. And I was like, "Ro, what flag is that?" And he's like, "Swiss." It was red.
Nice.
And
Yeah,
I
yeah,
was
yeah.
like, "Yep." He
Cross.
little stuff
Fun
picked up on.
flags. Yeah, like when the Super Bowl happened, one of the kids pointed out, they're like, "Hey, that's the Aruban flag," because Bad Bunny pulled out all those Caribbean flags when he was walking
They
through.
got that from Cool Runnings.
Yeah, that too. The Caribbean team was there. But yeah, I don't know if the kids would check in. Maybe they will watch bobsled, and we'll go back and watch some of the events this year. Today, though, when we were out to dinner, they noticed the curling,
Oh, curling's great.
and everybody's
Mary's obsessed. We still don't understand all the scoring, but it's.
nobody
Right.
does.
I was like looking at my phone. I'm like, I don't know. Like, I got nothing. It's more confusing than you want to believe it, but it's great. Americans got some girls that are amazing at tossing it too.
Sliding the rock. Have you seen the meme of the guy who, like, supposedly cheated?
Yeah,
Touched the brick.
Not the meme. I saw him cheat.
So there's now videos of like people doing figure skating, and then every time they fall, it's just him pushing
Oh, I didn't see. I
They
saw
just, like,
that. I didn't
put
know it was
his-
him.
his image, and it just like
I didn't
trips
know
him.
that was him. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, no, they cheated, and they said everyone knew it.
I got the tape, bro.
The one I saw was that the Swedes. Is that who it was?
Yeah, that's sweet.
They literally set up their own camera angle because they knew they cheated, and they set up a specific camera so they could catch it. That's how much they knew they cheated, and they did it again.
It's high drama. So
Yeah, it's been we're not watching a lot of it, and I heard someone else say it too. It's like it's just if you hear results, like I knew that American dude fell figure skating. And
Yeah.
then it just
Yeah,
happened to
you
be
didn't
on.
watch it?
Well, it happened to be on, so I was like, "Oh, it's coming! Like, let's see this." But
It's bad.
I dropped out or not dropped out, but like when the Lindsey Vonn injury, people were like, "Oh,
it's
you
like day 2.
yeah, no." It's like I'm out.
I don't really. Lindsay's into it. I'm not that big on it.
I just think it's like, especially some of the like skiing and snowboarding stuff has been really awesome to see. We watched some speed skating the other night, and Mary's like, there's a guy, an American, and they did a little segment. Like they're like, "Oh, his nickname's like the Jet." He's like this crazy.
Benny
the Jet?
Rodriguez.
Nailed it, guys. They showed him like working out in buttfuck Wisconsin, a town I'd never even heard of. He like made his own gym,
Is that near Green Bay or?
built it. He instead of box jumps, he does freezer jumps in his basement onto the freezer, and they're like, "Oh," and then he goes
Deep
out and rides
freeze.
his bike. As he's going out of his house, you can tell his quads are like
Monstrous.
insane.
Yeah.
And Mary's like, "Oh God!" And then they show this thing. They show a race, and they cut back, and they're like, "Speaking of so and so," and they're like, they do a tail of the tape, and it's like him and Saquon, and they show a picture. His quads are like the same as Saquon's, if not bigger. They're the same height, and he's 50 pounds lighter, and he has the same quads. I mean, his quads look like they are painful. They're so big. And dude went out and set an Olympic record and won this like race. And it was like, it's 1v1, so it's like kind of impressive. And then all of a sudden they cut to this like 7 people who are out there racing each other. And I was like, oh, these are always crazy. Like people run into each other and stuff. And she's like, oh, I don't understand. So we're watching. She's like, this is like really, boom, there goes someone. She's like, this is really stressful. And then like 3 people go out and it's like this favorite gets knocked out and it's like
Days of Thunder out there.
3 dudes win. And it's just like, it's just last man standing.
Yeah.
It is crazy.
Somebody else mentioned that. They're like, didn't somebody tell him that Rubbin is racing?
Dude,
It's like the beginning of Cool Runnings.
rubbing is like, you could die. It's like a blades are flying, you know.
You can kick this blade to the head.
It's crazy. But, yeah, every once in a while. I'm a sucker for Olympic stuff.
Yeah. I think, yeah.
Not everything, but
Yeah, it just didn't. We didn't catch the right events and haven't been sitting around. We've been running around and stuff, so haven't been sitting and watching. But yeah, I like to check in on
Cool Runnings. It was a good vibe.
I think it could have been funnier. I think it could have had more laugh out loud.
Yeah, I think the
Right.
Dougie.
Yeah,
Dougie
like
Fresh.
Sanka wasn't the comic relief they thought.
I think
It
it
was,
was
or maybe for me.
in 1993. I think it kind
Yeah,
of was,
Except for the
'Cause I
the
remember
dead man.
that.
Yeah, man.
I remember them being really funny as a kid,
Okay.
thinking it was really funny.
Yeah.
I agree with you
Yeah.
now.
Now, okay, that might be it. That might
but
be right. I'm
it's just
too old for it.
He's
Right.
I think that's what I knew him from.
Right.
Was this, and then I think he did a couple not too much bigger things afterwards, but I think this kind of made him popular.
Yeah. What was there a TV show or something that he was on?
I'm pretty sure he did get a TV show. I feel like
The Dougie Doug Show, or
no, he wasn't the star.
He's known for is 8-Legged Freaks, Cool
I haven't
Runnings,
seen that.
Shark Tale, and
Okay.
In the Weeds.
So a voice.
In the Weeds is from
Way
a couple
back.
years ago,
Oh.
2023.
Should have gotten Dougie Doug and Dougie Fresh together. That would have been something.
I'm looking
Trying to
back
think of
then. He was in.
Other dogs.
La di
He
daddy.
was in
La di Dougie.
Jungle Fever, Cool Runnings, Operation Dumbo Drop.
Ooh, yeah.
I think that got him.
That was a big one. That's a big cast, too.
I'm still thinking about Denzel instead, or Eddie Murphy instead of Sanka.
Dude, it's
Sanka
that,
Coffee.
that quad of people was like, dude, that movie would have been like an all-timer.
So Eddie Murphy should have been in Ghostbusters and Cool Runnings. He did all right. He did all right for himself.
Could have changed his life.
Could have been somebody.
Could have been a contender.
As always, feel the rhythm, feel the rhyme. Subscribe on up. It's podcast time. Thanks, and go to bed.
Nice.